Drew,
my guy.
Good to see you, my
That's
man.
Good to see
you.
Sir,
Oh,
that's
my God.
him. Big
My
time.
God.
Big time.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Like I'm sitting with the president right now.
No. We back at it, man. I'm excited to be back at it. I know this has to feel night and day different from last season.
Yeah,
How would you describe the difference between the two?
It's crazy you say that. I was literally thinking that yesterday, heading into media day this year. I'm like, man, this feel like night and day compared to last year. Everything, like just meeting the team, meeting all the new guys, the coaches, how things are done, trying to find a place to live, new arena, like, you learn everything that's new. And now, I feel very much, at home and more comfortable. So it definitely feels a lot better this year.
How long did it take to get comfortable?
It took a whole year. I mean, it really took a whole year, to be honest. Just getting in the routine of things, getting, the family settled, getting the house and all that stuff settled. So, it really took a year for me. And, as the year went on, things got more comfortable, obviously. But it definitely feels like, now I feel like completely settled in for sure.
Yeah, I think fans see this from time to time, and I think they're getting educated a little bit more on this process. Like, they may think of it only from a basketball side, but I think your situation demonstrates like there's a human side to it. In families and all this other type of stuff where everybody has to feel comfortable.
Absolutely, yeah. Because like you said, the basketball is one part, and really that's like the easy part. I've been playing basketball my whole life, and the rim doesn't change, and all of that stays the same. You obviously got new teammates and different system and stuff like that, so that takes time. But the family, this is my son's first year getting back. We homeschooled him last year, now he's getting back into school. So he has his social life. My wife was pregnant last year, during that whole year. So finding her a doctor during that time, all that different type of stuff. So it was definitely different for sure.
I was asking some of your teammates their favorite memory from last season, and a couple of guys brought up your shot against Phoenix.
Yeah.
take me through that and just what that moment felt like.
That was incredible, man. That was like a welcome to Minnesota moment for me. But I really would say, for me, and I tell people this all the time, the coolest part was seeing my teammates celebrate. Ant was the happiest person. Ant superstar, you know what I mean? And he was the happiest person in the locker room, that I hit the shot, extremely happy. Everybody, just dancing, jumping around, just happy. I was like, man, this team chemistry is legit. So just seeing, how the team celebrates other people's successes was huge. It was incredible.
I was talking to Ant earlier, and he was talking about how you guys have been getting after it in the gym. What have those workouts been like as you guys get ready?
Yeah, just challenging each other, pushing each other, trying to individually help each other take that next step, and just finding ways to just keep improving and getting better. The team clearly feels like we got what we need in this locker room, and we got enough to do what we need to do to win it. So
you guys thrown together early in the season, you go through the typical ups and downs of the year, to still make the Western Conference Finals in a tough West. What was that like? What did that mean? It was fun.
I just think, for me personally, I wasn't able to play the year before in the playoffs, and to be in that stage and be like, oh, Lakers at 5, Lakers at 5. And, hearing all of that, and it's all right, cool. I like being the underdog, you know what I mean? And playing with that chip, but just the energy during that time was crazy. Everybody focused, we locked in. The coaching staff doing an unbelievable job of game planning for us and stuff like that. So us sticking to the game plan, knowing that it's gonna work, and then just seeing us as a team bond together during that time, through all of those ups and downs, all the stuff that was thrown at us throughout the year. Training camp, the trade happening 2 days, 3 days before training camp, all those different things that we had to manage throughout a year. And for us to really see us come together and bond during that time was special. So I'm excited, for what this year is gonna bring.
You do a little everything on the court. You facilitate, you can knock down deep shots, you can bully ball inside. When you look at tape, when you go into your off-season planning as far as your workouts, what are you looking at in terms of what the team needs, and this is what I want to fine-tune to be even sharper for the squad?
Yeah, I always say, I'll start with myself and all right, how can I best improve? How can I improve to help the team win? Because the summer is all right, it's your time to, as an individual, get better. to improve. So it's like, all right, how can I be more efficient? And when I look at that, I'm like, all right, you know, a lot of times I like to look at the examples that have been set before me, whether it's like a KD or a Kawhi, or if it's a Jimmy Butler. Like, it's like, all right, these guys are getting 35, 36, 37, but they're getting better. You know, they're getting more efficient. And I'm like, all right, how can I take something from that? And they simplify the game. You know, how can I be a better catch and shoot player? How can I find more, you know, transition layups where I'm getting easier baskets to where I'm not having to create? Like, I can pitch ahead to Jaden, or I can let Jaden create in the half court a little bit more and expand his game. Like, I know I can do it, and I can do it when the team needs me to, but I don't have to do it every single possession. You know, so stuff like that, to where it's like, all right, how can I simplify the game and make it easier to where, you know, I can still do what I need to do, giving my teammates, you know, more ability to, you know, create and be better.
We talked about this a few times last year. You came into Minnesota with a built-in relationship with Chris Finch. What makes him, what do you appreciate about him as a head coach?
Finch, man, I love Finch. And the thing I love about Finch, probably one of the things I love about him the most, is he's always trying to grow. You know, he's always trying to evolve and get better. And, you know, I love that because I can resonate with that. You know, me as a player, I feel like until I'm done playing, like, there's always some room or opportunity for me to continue to get better. And for Finch, I love that he's always trying to get better, always trying to grow. He's not afraid to try different things, you know, and that just speaks to his mindset of wanting to grow. You know, he's not afraid to, you know, do something different or do something that's not out of the norm.
You played in different markets. You mentioned that we talked about the game winner against Phoenix. Now the crowd went crazy. What do you appreciate about this Timberwolves fan base?
Man, they passionate, and you really wouldn't know that from the outside looking in, but like, they're passionate. Like, I remember when I first got here, we had our home opener, and I think we had like 2 or 3 straight games at home. And like, I'm leaving the arena, and obviously the fans are outside going crazy asking for autographs. But when I was playing, I'm like, man, it's lit. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know, I'm like, wow, like, you know, they're going crazy in here. And I had no clue, you know, Minnesota's like fan base was that strong. But yeah, they're passionate. I love it.
And what's it going to take for this group? This franchise has been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals, and we know the West is tough. What's it going to take that next step?
I think it starts with, you know, our mindset from day one. You know, like I said, we didn't do anything crazy to where we made all of these adjustments or whatever. But what we did do is, you know, we said we got enough, you know, in this locker room, and, you know, we can make that step. You know, so it's going to become, you know, vital for us to have the right mindset from day one, because it's really about internal growth and our standard of what we know we need to do every single day to take that next step. So, you know, in the end, when we're in, you know, the Western Conference Finals, Game 5 on the road, or Game 6 on the road, it was like, all right, we need to win this game. Our habits and our discipline and what we built from day one, it stays the same. We don't have to do anything different.
I want to say you look good in the Trees jersey, bro.
Man, I appreciate that. I like that.
Yeah. It's like a little bit of that.
To see how many requests I got for people wanting that jersey. So
I'm glad we brought it back. That nostalgia, early 2000s,
yes,
KG era. So I'm excited to see you this season, my man. Appreciate you as always, brother.